everyone, we're Kreative Kiddos.
And welcome to Project Ignite's first episode.
I'm Nika.
I'm Andre.
Hi, I'm Brandon.
I'm Timothy.
I'm DT.
Chelsea.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Aiden.
So today we're going to be learning about cohesion, centrifugal force, and the effects of certain chemical reactions.
Now, don't worry if any of that doesn't sound familiar, like hearing another language, because we're going to teach you all about it today.
Make sure you watch this whole video through and have all materials prepared before starting the experiments. Once you're ready to start, feel free to pause the video in between instructions.
All right, then let's start cooking up some mad science.
Our first innovative experiment of the day is surface tension art.
Yes, this experiment is a combination of art and science.
To start off, pour the whole milk into a bowl. Be careful not to move the bowl because the milk has to be as still as possible for the experiment to work.
Next, just squirt or dab one of each color in the different places of milk. Alright, this is all in preparation for an explosive array of colors.
To see the magic, just add a little bit of soap at the end of a cotton swab and touch it to one of those splotches. Whoa, you guys can see this?
The colors will expand and the coloring will stay on the surface because cohesion causes water to form a layer that embodies surface tension. This makes particles of food coloring stay afloat.
You may be wondering what cohesion and surface tension are. Cohesion is the attraction of molecules of the same kind. In this case, because there are millions of water molecules, they come together to create surface tension.
And to clean up, just make sure to pour the milk down the drain, and there you have it, surface tension art.
All right, let's get started with our DIY tornado in a bottle.
Perfect. So for this experiment, we're going to need a funnel, a clear jar, or you could use a plastic bottle, some dish soap, water, and food coloring.
To kick off this experiment, we'll use a funnel to pour some glitter-infused water into the container. It's better to be safe than sorry, especially since this is glitter we're talking about. That stuff gets everywhere. In the real world, scientists work with dangerous substances as well, though on a different scale, of course. So it's good practice to be careful.
Next, we seal our container with a lid and turn it upside down.
Lastly, we can just spin the bottle and watch our tornado form.
There are three universal laws of motion, which were created by a physicist named Sir Isaac Newton. The first one states that every object in a certain state of motion will stay like that until something changes it. The second one states that the acceleration of a certain mass results in force. The last law states that for every action, there will always be another one that is the opposite of it. In this experiment, we see the second law of motion in action.
Spinning the bottle of water causes the water inside to create a spinning vortex. The vortex spins because of the swing of the mass of the water. We also see centripetal force, which happens when liquid moves in a circular motion. Centripetal force is the reason why the tornado is created.
So now we're going to be moving on from spinning. We're going to be doing something fun, a Thanksgiving-related experiment, which is making and learning how to make corn dance.
To do this experiment, you will need one mason jar, some water, 2 tablespoons of baking soda, 1/8 to 1/4 cup of popcorn kernels, 1 cup of vinegar, and a few drops worth of food coloring.
So once you've gathered up all your reactants, which is just a fancy science word for ingredients, grab a mason jar and fill it with around 2 cups of water. Try your best not to spill.
Then you will need to add 2 tablespoons of baking soda into the jar.
Make sure you stir the baking soda until it's fully dissolved in the water.
Add 1 drop of food coloring into the water and add the kernels in as well.
And finally, add 1 cup of vinegar and watch as the kernels in the jar start to dance.
What's happening is that the baking soda that was diluted inside the water reacted with the vinegar, causing bubbles to rise. When these bubbles rise, they push the kernels and move them to make them appear as if they were dancing.
If we dive into the specifics, the reason why this happens is because the baking soda and vinegar create an acid-base reaction. The bubbles levitate the kernels up, and when they ultimately arrive, they explode and resync. In this case, the base of this reaction is the baking soda and the vinegar is the acid. Well, we're disappointed that we couldn't share these awesome experiments with you in person, but we do hope that you enjoyed this just as much and learned lots.
Just as a quick recap, we learned about surface tension, cohesion, Newton's laws, and different chemical reactions with these fun experiments like the dancing corn.
Which one was your favorite? Let us know and we'd love to hear from you, so comment down below.
Thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye.